Oh, hey there. It's Kelly from Sun Prairie for another installment of Palmer Johnson Safety. Today we're going to be talking about field service safety. Biggest thing is here at our Sun Prairie location, we share service trucks. You're going to want to make sure that you check every time you get in this service truck. Checking tires, checking your windshield, checking the oil, checking around, make sure there's nothing around the truck and everything's in proper working order. All right, so when you're on site, things you want to check: terrain. You got mud holes, rocks, all kinds of debris, building materials, anything. Make sure you're always checking, constantly looking around to make sure you don't hurt yourself. You're going to want to also make sure that you call ahead to the customer, see if there's possible site restrictions, what the weather concerns are, if they got any safety stuff that you take care of beforehand, and then they know also that you're on your way. The next thing you're going to want to make sure that you're doing is driving to and from the job site. Make sure you're not distracted. You're constantly focused on where you're going. Make sure you're not on your phone. You got to watch out for the other jackasses on the road. Pay attention to what you're doing. Some of the things you're going to make sure that you have when you're on job site. The majority of all job sites around here require high vis. Safety harnesses anytime you get in a boom lift, scissor lift, gloves, and a hard hat. Always want to make sure that you check all your gear, your gloves, your vest, your hard hat. Make sure there's no tears in your harness. Make sure that's in good working order. Your jacket's good, not full of grease so you can't see it. Hard hat, they actually have expiration dates on them. If you're on a boat working on a marine gear, make sure that you have a life vest available. Make sure that you have slip-resistant boots. Make sure you have steel-toe boots on job sites. Just make sure all your stuff's in great working order. All right, so also on the job site, when you're using the service truck, our service truck happens to have a crane on it. You're going to want to make sure that you watch for overhead obstacles, power lines, buildings, whatever. Make sure that the ground is actually weighted for the outriggers if you're using those as well. Also, when you are working on a piece of equipment on the job site, make sure that you do use your jack stands, dunnage, blocking, whatever you have that you know can support it. You got to make sure that it's safe underneath on the ground, and you got to make sure that the ground can support the weight of it. Once you get back to the shop with the service truck, the biggest thing you got to make sure you do, take care of it. Everybody's got to use these trucks. You spill stuff in there, let's clean it up. You use the tools, everybody uses the tools. Let's make sure they get put back. Got to make sure we clean up all the garbage out of the back of it. If you spill oil, not a big deal, clean it up. All right, that concludes this video. Just make sure, recap, make sure you take care of the truck. Make sure you have your PPE. Make sure you know the job site. Call ahead. Handled.